Hey guys, it's Paul Myers, licensed professional counselor, co-owner and lead therapist of Intentional Counseling. I'm going to cover anxiety treatment today. This is information I've covered in a previous video, but it was so old and outdated, I'm going to do a much more professional version of it. And so I'm going to cover 5 things that I've seen work with my clients for anxiety or any type of anxiety. So these are general treatments. They're things you could do anytime, and you could just incorporate into your daily life or your weekly habits, and they will help reduce any fears, anxieties that you have, and hopefully get you a better, healthier lifestyle. Okay? So let's take a look. So I've got it broken down into bubbles. So we've got bubble 1, which is specifically exercise. So it's cardio exercise. So typically when you're exercising for about 30 minutes, that's kind of the recommended amount. 30 minutes of elevated heart rate is kind of cardio. So it's consistent elevated heart rate. And what that's going to do, it's going to reset your central nervous system from sympathetic to parasympathetic. So sympathetic is like an emergency nervous system where you are fight or flight mode, your body, it releases adrenaline and cortisol. It's kind of like an emergency, prepare your body for danger or intensity, okay? And so then parasympathetic is like relaxed nervous system. That's really how we want to function on a daily basis. It's more automatic, it's more automated, it's just much healthier for us. Sympathetic is only meant to be some of the time. But with anxiety, we kind of live in that a lot more than we should, which can have some chronic health effects. That's why we see a lot of psychosomatic symptoms with anxiety. So exercising guarantees after your exercise to reset that central nervous system when you're done. That's how it works. Okay? Second thing you can do to reset that central nervous system is a deep breathing exercise. This is a 4-second inhale and a 4-second exhale, and you need about 30 of those, roughly, for it to really take the effect that you're looking for. Some people get impatient. They do some deep breathing, they take a few deep breaths, but they don't take enough, and so they don't really see it through all the way for it to really reset their nervous system. So it's a little bit of a time commitment. Like you can imagine 30 of those. It takes 5 to 15 minutes, and the big thing is just do it till you feel better. Don't count, don't get too hung up on a number, just do it until you feel better. Some people it takes a little longer, and that's totally fine, okay? But that's free, you can do that. I've got clients that their anxiety is so high, they'll do deep breathing 3 times a day. They'll do it as much as they eat. Just fantastic. So, okay, relaxation. So there are many ways to relax. There's something called guided relaxation. I'm just going to abbreviate it. Guided relaxation is somebody taking you through an exercise with their voice. It's either a visualization exercise or they're saying something relaxing or they have a relaxing tone. And so there's a lot of that out there for free. You can access it. There's some apps that I like that have this kind of same effect. It's like an anxiety treatment app. There's Headspace, there's Calm app. These are great anxiety treatment apps. It's the whole point. So relaxation, so guided relaxation, meditation. This is mostly clearing your mind. The goal is to think about nothing and be clear-headed. So with Christian values, I like to concentrate on God and meditate on that. It's much healthier for me. But there's a lot of ways to meditate, but that's very positive. It helps reduce anxiety. Okay? Another way to relax, some people use music or some type of calming sounds. I'm saying music or sounds, like ocean waves, or rainforest sounds, natural sounds. There's a lot of relaxing music out there. Some people will go to the spa, or they'll get a massage, or they'll take a hot bath. Okay, there's just many ways to relax, and so whatever works for you, that's what you want to make a regular part of your schedule. Okay, so then we've got hobbies and interests. Hobbies and interests are things you do just for fun, for no other reason. You do it because you enjoy it. There's no other motive. Okay, and so it's kind of like a separate coping skill to have a hobby that is just a hobby. It's not mixed in with my career. It's not something I'm doing to meet people and make friends. I'm just doing it because I like it, okay? So I recommend 2 to 4 of those, just in case you get bored of one, you have others to cycle through. But the idea here is, with anxiety, you kind of focus on all the awful things that could occur, versus a hobby is something you enjoy enough. The idea is to immerse your mind into it fully, so you're preoccupied. It's kind of like a healthy escape. One thing with hobbies is you want to make them non-addictive. If it's addictions, right, that's not a hobby. Hobbies can become addictions if you're not careful. So make sure what you're doing is healthy and not addictive, okay? The last thing is positive thinking. So here's where CBT comes in, cognitive behavioral therapy, where you're practicing that skill of positive thinking, okay? And there are a lot of ways to practice this skill. I did actually cover positive thinking in a separate video. If you want to look up practical steps for positive thinking, that is a separate video that I did. It covers a lot of suggestions here. But cognitive behavioral therapy is probably one of the best ways to do it, because you're really cultivating the skill on a much more intense level, which will help. Okay? Alright, hopefully that helps you guys. If you have anxiety, try some out and see how it works for you. Definitely leave a comment below. We love your engagement. We love your feedback. If you have any suggestions, anything you'd like for us to cover, let us know. Also, if you had not done therapy, go to intentionalcounseling.com. Either myself or a trained therapist would be happy to help you. Or if you have done therapy, then great. You know, sometimes getting a new counselor, you can learn new things, right? We all have our own skill sets, our own knowledge base. Okay? All right, guys, we appreciate you. Take care.